Welcome back, everybody.
I'm Brandice.
I'm Jo'Van.
And this is
Closing the Gap.
Oh, wow. That wasn't even planned and we did that. Oh, snap.
What did we... Oh gosh. What did we do?
We went to sing it.
Oh, we did?
Closing the Gap.
Oh, I wasn't singing.
Okay. Well,
hey,
okay.
we're running back and let's see if it sounds good.
Okay.
But,
Well, we were together. That's all that matters there.
So today, Brandice, we're talking about science, right? Like...
Not science.
Episode like Bill Nye. We're talking about science.
No, not
chemistry.
Chemistry, yes.
Yeah.
But not the Bill Nye type science.
What kind of chemistry are you talking about?
Chemistry amongst people.
Oh.
A connection. That sparkle.
I have like
that spark.
Okay, I have like
So you
my
did
lab
wrong.
equipment and everything. I got my beakers and.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna have to take a quick break for Jo'Van.
Yeah, I'm mentally preparing. You get it started.
So, I'm gonna put you on the spot, even though you had the wrong topic in mind.
Okay.
Do you think chemistry is something that you feel automatically, or do you think it can grow over time?
I think it can grow over time.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've met people that I did not even like when I first met them, and then I was like, oh, okay, you actually kind of dope. Like you're actually kind of cool. And then, we got to know each other. I'm like, oh wow, there's way more than meets the eye. Like Optimus Prime said, whatever he said. There's more than meets the eye.
Okay, I'll take your word for that. I did watch it, but that's not one of my things I follow for real, so I'll take your word for it. Okay, so is that like, when you say that, is that like in a relationship way, or like friendship kind of, it kind of grew?
Even in relationships. But I knew this girl in the past, right? Mm-hmm. And we didn't have chemistry in the beginning because she was like, we both were Christian, but she was way more religious than me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh man, that's too much. It's too much for me. But as we got to know each other, I was like, oh wow, like, okay, she's not like as like religious, like not like in a like everything's evil type thing.
Yeah.
She's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
But at first she came off that way, and over time I was like, oh, we're dope. We hang out. So yeah.
Okay, so just follow. I'm gonna put you in the hot seat. I don't know why I have these follow-up questions for you. So like as far as the relationship goes, how long do you try if you don't see a spark in the beginning? How long do you try to find that spark?
Well, if there's no spark, then you don't go any further than that. I don't.
Like, I guess for that chemistry, like if you said it can grow, like if it at first you don't have it, okay. But you said, okay, what if it's not there? I guess that's what I meant initially.
Then I don't see you as more. See, that's a distinction I think I need to make.
Okay.
When I first had my first perception of her, I wasn't looking at her as anything more. It wasn't until that chemistry started that I was like, okay, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But if it's
not there,
no, I don't even look at you like that.
Got you.
No.
Okay. That's the initial question, but I did some research on that, and people said it can grow because sometimes, especially like on the first date or whatever, sometimes we're like, oh, I didn't feel a spark, and they're just like done. And I feel like sometimes especially on a first date, if they don't feel it, it's so many different factors I think come into play, which are like nerves, or they're not putting their best foot forward. So I think you have to at least give people the chance to see. Maybe they just are super nervous, or a whole lot of different factors could have been in the first meeting. So I do feel like you maybe should give somebody another chance, because I hear a lot of people say, oh no, there was no spark, I'm not giving another shot. So I feel like you should. It can grow, or maybe there's the different factors going on, like nervousness, or just a lot of stuff going on in their mind at work, or whatever the case may be, that they just weren't themselves in the first date. So I always say, give them benefit of doubt. I mean, within reason, of course. And you never know. Try something different, and then maybe the next date when they're more calm and they say, okay, this person's cool. Maybe then you see the better representation of themselves and have a spark at that time.
Absolutely, that can absolutely happen. I mean,
I'm speaking for those people who's like one shot and done. Like, no.
I saw this season of Married at First Sight, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember
which season was this?
I'm thinking season 11, but I know that's not it.
Give me the couple's name.
Okay, I don't remember their names, but it was like it was a white couple, and the man standing at the altar waiting, and she comes out, and he's like, oh, she's beautiful, but she's looking at him like, oh, heck no. Mm-hmm. And she was just very like not into it. But now this couple, they've been married for years, and they got kids and everything.
I I think Doug and.
I think so. Yeah.
Is that not for season 1?
Maybe.
Okay.
But I mean, that's proof right there.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
You don't have to have chemistry in the beginning. It can grow over time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that initial was just attraction, though, not necessarily like, you know what I mean?
She wasn't attracted to him,
right?
At all.
Yeah, but she didn't even get like I'm saying. Just because she wasn't attracted, she didn't even give him a chance to even.
Right,
that's what I'm saying. It was just based on looks. It wasn't anything. He didn't open his mouth to see if there was a connection or spark. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was just purely based on looks. And obviously, like you said, they are married for years and have multiple kids. So there's that. Just give people a chance. That first impressions can mean a lot, but sometimes people become nervous, or a lot of different factors. So.
It's interesting because we were talking about Love is Blind, right? And this is kind of switching over. But in this current season, I'm trying to remember the is it Shake? Is that
Shake and Deep?
Yes. So Shake has chemistry with
yes.
But he's not physically attracted to her. So it goes into like how important is chemistry? Like, what's more important, chemistry or being physically attractive? Because I think it's different. It can be different for men and women. Because I feel like men need that physical attractiveness more than women do. What would you say?
It's not like it shouldn't be like, oh, put a lot of weight on physical looks, but it is important. I don't like when people say it's not important, because it is. You have to like look at that person every day. You have to be just saying. Don't like. I don't like when people say that. Don't like. I'm like go tree monster looking guy. Like, oh well, he's so sweet.
The tree monster.
Like no. So like let's keep it real. You don't have to be like Morris Chestnut or Michael B. Jordan by no means. So Lori Standards, but he don't have to be. I'm not going to call any names, but anybody you're just repulsed by. So you have to be somewhat attracted to the person. So let's just debunk that theory. Like, oh, well, no. You have to be somewhat. But I don't think it should be the end-all, be-all.
Yeah, I agree. But
you just have to be attracted. And so if he's not attracted, he specifically said, it's like I'm with my aunt. So I don't know how, I mean... I said we're going to go down a whole different ball game, but I feel like some other people gave some suggestions. He's not even trying to make it work in that department. So I don't know. I feel like he could try, but he's not. I think with him, it's because both of them, both are an Indian couple, and they both only dated white people, both parties. This is their both first Indian relationship. So, and I think that come into play. Because he might have some kind of rooted things going on deep down. That
is so interesting. I'm just imagining, like, what if instead they were both black, but they'd only dated white? Or if it was both white, but they'd only dated black? That would be so... listen, Love is Blind, that's what you need.
Listen, if you're not watching this season, you need to watch it. This is off the chain.
Yeah, it's...
I feel like we can have an episode
because I want to talk about it, but we can't, because we'll get off.
Just say who the name. No, I won't. I try not.
Okay, we're talking about chemistry, right?
Who's
got more chemistry, Shane and Shayna, or Shane and Natalie? Because they don't. And see, we can't talk about it because they may not know who we're talking about.
That's true. But just real quick, I would say, I don't. See, that's not fair because we haven't seen him and her and Shayna outside of the pods, outside of that one little conversation they had.
You're right.
But so that's really unfair. So because I really genuinely love him and Nat. I thought it was awkward in the pods, but now outside of the pods, I love them together. So I would say Natalie because I'm team Natalie.
Okay.
But in just
I think everyone is.
Yes,
but
let's
go back to chemistry.
Yes, there's a whole. Next episode, we're talking about Love is Blind.
All
yes.
Right, bet. But yeah, chemistry is very important, and it's more important than looks. But looks is still important.
Yes, definitely. I don't
important.
like when people say it's not. It's not.
That's a lie.
That is a lie. You have to be attracted to that person.
Yeah. Oh, is chemistry different for men and women? Like the importance of it? Yeah.
I mean, I can only speak from my perspective. Because the girls always like, oh, well, did you feel in the spark? I feel like that's one of the first things we always talk about.
It's more important for women.
I think so. Because we always talk about that. So it's just like, I don't know. I'm
going to speak for all men. And, I'm not saying all men feel this way. But I feel like if she's, like, fine, we will like give on some of the chemistry. I believe.
Interesting.
I believe we'll give, like, it needs to be there to a degree because it's important, but I don't know. I think it's just different for men. We care about looks a lot.
Yeah, that is true, and I think it's vice versa because we will give on the looks department if there's that chemistry is just so strong and he's a nice guy. So
yeah,
I think for us ladies, we want that chemistry. We don't feel like I can't,
Right, because I feel like for a woman, it's like you need to feel connected. I mean, guys need to feel connected too, but I think that's especially important for a woman. Mm-hmm. It's different, I think. And so if that spark isn't there, that's a huge deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You didn't go.
So could you be with Michael B. Jordan if there was no spark and no chemistry? Could you be married to him?
Michael, please come on the show. We bring your name up so much that I would just love to have you here and answer these questions.
Yeah, this is free marketing at this point. You kind of owe us.
I mean, legit. I mean, he can have Derek. What's his name? Derek Jackson. I could have Michael
I would
B.
love
Jordan.
to have Derek Jackson on the show.
But let's see.
Derek Jackson needs this.
You might.
He's like,
Derek Jackson.
You'll have me on? Okay.
Is this the first time mentioning him this season?
You know what? I was trying to get away from it, but you started it because you sent that post to the group.
I think it was Toya.
Oh, you sent that post, and now he's back.
Derek Jackson's back, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael B. Jordan knows chemistry.
Could you do it? All you get is his fine chocolate stuff coming home every day.
It's dry, no chemistry, no spark.
Like all he does, like he comes home, he just plays Xbox. But you get to look at him though. So
I can't.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for a little bit, but
he's in his tank top, swole, playing Xbox, and you're mad, but you kind of like, you fine though.
I feel like for a little bit I will oh, Michael, do you want some tea? But after a while that will get old. Yeah. So let's be real, because everybody's like, oh yeah.
You're right.
But then that does get old. You have to have something that keeps it going, that spark alive. So
chemistry is important.
Definitely. And so this is an interesting conversation, because some people just like, if there's no chemistry, I'm done. And if it's not there from the jump, I'm not even trying. So my take and my last parting words with you guys: if it's not done on the first date, keep trying. Don't just give it out on just like one date and done. Like, just try. And again, let me put this caveat, because sometimes you just know.
That was a little strong. Yeah.
Yeah, that was horrible. Okay, it came out because I was like, I've been in that situation where I've gone on a date and I just knew. Because sometimes you just know, especially if you like talk to the person before the date and all that jazz.
Yeah.
So you just know. But if you're just going based on like you just met the person maybe like a week ago and then you just go on a date immediately without any of the pre-talking and because sometimes you can get to know the person talking and then you're like, okay, once you meet, it's clarification, like there's nothing there. So that's a different story. But I'm talking about like just meet off bat, no kind of like getting to know that person, so you don't really know that person, and you just go on that one date without that pre-talking, all that jazz, and it's not there. Give them a little chance. That's all I'm saying. But if it's if you got to know this person a little bit before the date, and you're like, okay, I don't really feel it, but you're like, okay, I'm gonna go on a date just to feel them out, and you just like, okay, it's not there. Then I'm like, okay.
Gotcha.
So I had to like, wait a minute, because it's not an all cut dry kind of there. Okay. But I just like give people a chance.
Yeah, give people a chance.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let us know in the comments. How important is chemistry? Can you give on it? Is looks more important?
If making good for you, how far chemistry have to go for you?
I don't need chemistry for making good.
Okay, well that's what you have, people.
I don't need it. I just need you to sit right there. Just sit right there, stand right there. I don't care.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you.
I'm not playing. But hey,
I know you're
thank y'all for tuning in, man. You know what I'm saying? And
we're still celebrating the 100th subscriber.
Yes. We're making big moves. So
yes. Our anniversary is coming up.
It is.
It is like a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
In a week. So keep tuned, people. We have something big coming.
All right, y'all. We will see you next time.